So the first area of organization that I wanted to talk a little bit about tonight is getting financially organized. I feel like this can be really overwhelming for caregivers dealing with bills and finances. And this slide is just an overview of some places where you can get some assistance, different organizations that offer financial help specifically to cancer patients, families, caregivers. So the Cancer Financial Assistance Coalition, or CFAC, is a national organization that provides financial help. They also have this really great, if you get online, you can search a huge database. It's super helpful. You can put in your area, and they will bring up financial resources that are applicable or close to you, close to home, where you can find some information on financial assistance. There is the Cancer Cares Financial Assistance Program, the Health Well Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that helps with insured patients. So this is kind of an interesting one. So a lot of help is for folks who maybe aren't insured, or this is specifically helps people who do have insurance with a chronic life-altering disease, specifically with medication. So medication can get very expensive very quickly. So the Health Well Foundation specifically is a nonprofit that helps with medication finances. Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is one that's pretty well known by folks. They provide some limited financial assistance to anybody with a blood or bone cancer, so the leukemias, lymphomas, myelomas. And then the National Foundation for Transplants, I have heard of that foundation before, but I thought it was for solid organ transplants only, like kidney, liver, heart, lung, but when I did a little bit more digging, that also includes bone marrow and stem cell transplants as well. So it's another option for assistance. They help actually with people raising money and fundraising specifically for those who are going through transplants. So just a few organizations that are out there. As far as getting your own financial assistance from other places or getting organized, Gofundme is one that I've seen a lot lately. People are utilizing the website Gofundme to raise money for caregiver, for people that they're caring for friends, for family. You could start your own if you wanted, but typically I've seen caregivers doing this, or friends or family members starting a fundraising website for somebody who's struggling with medical bills or illness or loss or things like that. And it kind of runs the gamut. I've seen GoFundMe pages for cancer patients, for somebody who lost their home in a natural disaster. It kind of runs the gamut of all kinds of things. But when I went on the website, it's really, really user-friendly. They have a little tutorial video. You upload a picture of the person that you're funding for, write a little blurb about their story, and then you send the link out to anybody who might be interested in donating, and you can set a goal, and it'll kind of keep track of money as it comes in, and then it's easily transferred to the person who you're raising money for to a bank account that you can link to it. So it's pretty user-friendly and easy to use, and a great way to get people, even if people want to donate like $5 or $50 or whatever the case may be, you can donate any amount. So that's a good one, and a good way to help get organized if you're trying to help somebody. The American Cancer Society has some good resources on their website as well. They have a whole support tab when you go on their website, and also some personal fundraising options similar to the GoFundMe. You can do something similar through the American Cancer Society as well. And the Salvation Army, Catholic Social Services, United Way, local churches, these are just other places that people have found help with finances when other things have fallen through. So I think sometimes people forget that those more local things are options as well. And I wanted to also hit on specifically at the James, and I know financial counselors exist here at the James and other cancer centers as well. And sometimes I run across caregivers and patients who don't even know that the financial counselors exist. So they do exist. They are available. This kind of runs through what their role is to help patients and caregivers, understanding insurance benefits, co-pays, deductibles, out-of-pocket and covered services, which can get overwhelming quickly. So it can be nice to have a financial counselor kind of sit down and walk through all of this information with you. They also can help you learn about assistance programs for uninsured or underinsured, connect you with billing department, help you figure out if you're Medicaid eligible, connect you with a social worker, a medication assistant representative if you need help with paying for things. And then I have the phone number there if you're interested. You could ask anybody on your medical team for that information as well, but that is the number if you would like to talk to a financial counselor about any of these things, payment options, assistant programs, and other resources. And then just a few tips about financial organization. And I think these are things that people probably typically know, and they know I probably should be doing this, but don't do it. Opening all bills is important. I've heard that it can get pretty easy for bills to just kind of stack up, and then it gets so overwhelming that it's just easier to avoid it altogether. But making sure you open everything, look at everything, throw away what you don't need, have a central place for important bills. Going paperless is more an option these days, where you can have everything, do your banking online, pay your bills online. If that's possible, it helps at least decrease with some of the clutter that can accumulate with paper bills. It's important to try to review the budget monthly. I know that's a tricky one. My husband often tells me, like, we need to sit down and review our budget. And I say, what budget? Like, what's the point of reviewing the budget if you don't have anything? But that being said, it's still important to at least know where things are a struggle or get a little organized. Maybe you might see a place where you could save a little or pinch a little or let something go or add something in. So even if it feels like there's no money to budget, it's still important to try to look at your finances monthly is kind of the recommendation. Using a filing cabinet, computer filing if you'd rather do everything on a computer, or those big accordion files can be helpful for just like stuffing things in and getting some kind of organizational system started. And then also trying to match a provider statement with insurance payment statements or your explanation of benefits forms. I feel like all this stuff, bills can come in, insurance paperwork comes in, all this stuff that actually you probably need it to be together don't always come together. So trying to match things so that you have it together and you're not searching all over the place for something else.